Okay, this is my Dark Necrofear Rabbit deck, tuned for the current format so it can move on. And it's actually a little bit more consistent, and I feel like it's a little better. I'll show you some cards that you can side in. I don't have them sided out here because everybody's side deck varies of cards you like to side in, so I'm just going to show them as I go. So the deck is pretty much consistent as in my other Dark Necrofear decks, but a lot has changed as in how to deal with things. I don't have Neospacian, Grand Mole, Dark Resonator, Spirit Reaper things in here anymore. I don't even have Gors or Trag. Because this is supposed to stop the current decks from doing their thing. So this is what I got going on right now. I got 2 Rabbits, 3 Gilgars, so you can trade this in for a Legend, Genie of the Lamp, or I think Octopocalypse, or whatever his name is the other level 4 Fiend. 3 Archfiends, Soldiers, 2 Tour Guides, not another target, Tour Guide, Chaos Sorcerer, I'll show you why in a sec. 3 Battle Faders, 3 Giant Germs, 3 Dark Necrofear, not Chaos, BLS, 3 Effect Veilers, Heavy Storm, Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, 2 MSTs. In my real deck in real life, I play 1 MST, 1 Night Beam. I don't know, I like to switch it up. 2 Pot of Dualities, Card Destruction, Allure of Darkness. Card Destruction, I'll show you what you can side in for that and what you can side in for other things. Allure of Darkness, 3 Smashing Ground. I think it's faster than Compulse, but you can side these in for Compulse. I'd keep 1 Smashing Ground though, because Dark Necrofear and BLS are your main beaters, and Evil Swarm is a thing. So 2 Torrentials, return from the different dimension because you're always removing monsters from play, and you can bring back and make some good plays go on. And 3 Threatening Roar to deal with everything. Now, this deck, how it works, if you don't know, you want to get your vanillas, mostly just your vanillas into the grave, and use your tour guides as your thing. Usually I go, oh, that's Facebook. Usually I rabbit into a Utopia, so if it dies I have a light for a Chaos Sorcerer target, because getting other fiends in the graveyard isn't a big deal. But if I already have a Dark Necrofear in my hand starting out and I have a rabbit, I'll always go into Mace Stroke, because it's 3 fiends, so if it takes it out, because Mace Stroke can have you stall, that's 3 fiends in the grave, get a Dark Necrofear out, do your play. But it's all about getting these in the grave, so that's why I play a Card Destruction, because sometimes you get vanillas in the hand and they clog up, and then you get a dead rabbit in your hand, so to clear those up. I'll show you what else you can play, but for some reason I like Card Destruction better, just for how it turns out. Tour Guide, I always go into Zen Mains. I never go into Levier, but I have it there if I want to. Zen Mains just helps you stall. Chaos Sorcerer, whatever. 3 Effect Veilers. Now, this, before was, I would have Trag and Gors, and then I played just 1 Copycat, because I think Copycat's a good card. Just that's me. You can 1-for-1 big monsters. For an E-Dragons game one time, I 1-for-1 somebody that was doing a Montage Dragon build, and they had like a 6500 beater, and I just copycatted them. But then they destroyed that turn when they got it. They killed my Giant Germ, and I was able to go into a Gachi. So I had a copycatted his card. It was like 6,000 something attack, plus my 400 for my Gachi. So I was able to attack over him. It was a good play, but that's like the only time it happened. But cards you can side in. So I like you can take out the Card Destruction for a Hand Destruction. That's what I would do. That's what I was playing for a while. I was even playing 2 for a little bit because draw power is good to get rid of the vanillas. But sometimes I would get hands where I could use the Hand Destruction, but my opponent was out of cards, so I couldn't activate it. So, I don't know. I kind of like Card Destruction better. That's just me. Compulses, you can put in for the Smashing Grounds, like I said. But sometimes I like to play, which I already mentioned earlier. Play Copycat for Effect Veiler. I'd still like to keep the 2 Veilers in there, because they help out. But then just 1 Copycat. I just like this card. I don't know why. And it's not just because of that 1 play. I just like how you can go 1-for-1 for people to get bigger things that are giving you problems. But right now I've been playing just a strictly anti-meta build of this. Even though it's not an anti-meta deck by any means, it's just that this is just to keep it going. And if you don't want the lights, and you don't care about the Chaos Sorcerer BLS, you can switch out the Chaos Sorcerer and the BLS for a Dark Armed and a Dark Creator. Take out the Veilers for 3 Breakthrough Skills. That would be pretty sweet too. Or 2 Breakthrough Skills, because I think 2 would be better, and then keep a light in here, like a Copycat, or something else. Because you can get lights in the grave with your Utopias, or your, if you really somehow, once in a while, get out him, he can give you a light in the grave after he dies. But so for the extra deck, I play Gachi Gachi, Wind Up Zenmains, Leviair, 2 Maeshurokes, Gaga Cowboy, Pappy, 2 Utopias, number 16 Shockmaster, Sun God, Catastor, Black Rose, Scrap, Mistworm. I don't play a rank 6 because from what I've played, they never like happen in this deck. It's usually a 5, a 7, or an 8, or a 9. Mostly. I mean, a 6 could definitely happen, don't get me wrong, but that's just what usually happens, is a 7. So, yeah, this is the deck, and I'll have some gameplay footage of it here, because I saw a lot of people, believe it or not, message me about my Dark Necrofear deck. Well, this is the current one. So if you want to net deck this is the one that's actually... I put this against the old version, and this version wins every time. Like, they get a Dark Necrofear in the field, smash and ground set, like, and then just wait for next turn to see what they got going on. And the BLS, with the 3 effect veilers and getting Utopia in the grave and having lights are usually in the graves. I mean, sometimes, once in a while he's dead, but BLS and Chaos Sorcerer really, really help out this deck. Like, you have no idea. Just like it could help out anything. I was thinking about taking out the Chaos Sorcerer for a Dark Arm, though. I'm going hit or miss on it. Don't know yet. But you could probably side that out, as always. Other cards I would slide in and out for, like, 1 failure, depending on what I'm playing against. Grand Mole. Everybody knows what that is. I don't even have to show it. I don't even know why it's not coming up. Oh, it's because it's not one word. Yeah, so siding Grand Mole. For Exodia decks, in my personal side deck, for dealing with them, I have a Morphine Jar, number 1 and number 2, and a Needleworm playing, and I play 2 Royal Decrees, and that pretty much gets rid of, like, every Exodia deck, because you'll draw into it. And the card destruction helps, because they'll have full hand, and, I mean, not full hand, they'll have, like, 3 pieces, and you get to your turn, and you play a card destruction. So, card destruction, combined with Morphine Jars and side them in, will take out Exodia. And that's the only deck I really worry about. E-Drags, you got the 3 Battle Faders, you got the 3 Threatening Roars. It'll give you a chance to maybe deal with it. It's not the best to deal with it. I have been E-Drag players, but it's E-Dragons. This is more a fun deck than an actual meta deck, but it'd be cool if it ever topped. But if you're out there and you go on top with it, give me credit. So thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe and like my videos, and I'll have more coming soon.